Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video I'm going to review Solana Project. I am going to explain what it is, how it works, the team and code review, and I will check news about the project and what to expect of the SOL token. Before we begin, remember that I launched the most amazing giveaway. I will be giving half of a Bitcoin to one person and one Ethereum to 5 different winners, so 5 Ethereum in total. Before we continue, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get the notifications. Remember that to participate in the giveaway, you need to be subscribed to the channel with the bell on. And please leave me your comments on the video. Do you have Solana on your portfolio? What do you expect of the project during this year? Without anything else, let's go into it. Well guys, Solana is a project that is in rank in 14 right now in CoinMarketCap, almost $42, and it's like many other projects run from the late December 2020. It was $1.50 and right now $42 almost, so has been exponentially growing like a 14% actually. But what is Solana? Solana, like many other projects, is a blockchain platform, like could be Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, etc. But Solana has been implementing a very unique technology that will give it a lot of power into terms of the three mains that the blockchains need to be. That means scalability, the low cost of transaction, and should be composable. Solana is one of the few that have been already achieved this and is already launched. The main issue that they solve is the issue of the scalability with improving new technology into the consensus of the blockchain. If we check the website of Solana, we can see the block time average to each one, which is less than 1 second for each block, and the average fee per transaction is 0.00005, so basically it's kind of free. This is one of the blockchains with more less fee on the transactions, and the ecosystem has already been growing. Also in the website you can try this, try to break Solana. They have like a game that you can start testing the transaction speed. Right now Solana is one of the most speeds. You can run around 50,000 transactions per second, and it's one of the fastest blockchains right now. So how Solana work to solve these problems that many blockchains has been having over the time, even blockchains that are already in production? Well, the innovation that the Solana blockchain has is based on these 8 core innovations: enable your business scale to billions of users and devices around the world. They have been working with the proof of history consensus, which is not unique for this blockchain. Many other projects use it, but they also implemented new technologies or new ways to build the blockchain scalability issue. And with all these 8 components, they have been building one of the most fastest blockchains right now in the market. So in order to you understand what proof of history is, I will put this video. It's just 1 minute, so pay attention to understand here.
Proof of history enables the blockchain to work fast while maintaining security and decentralization. Here's an analogy. If snapshots of dye diffusion were scrambled, you would know how to place the resulting images in order again because of the laws of entropy as a function of time. Proof of history uses a recursive verifiable delay function to hash incoming events and transactions. Every event has a unique hash and count along this data structure as a function of real time. This information tells us what event had to come before another, almost like a cryptographic timestamp, giving us a verifiable ordering of events as a function of time. Each node gets a cryptographic clock that helps the network agree on time and ordering of events without having to wait to hear from other nodes. Unlike slower, traditional blockchains, oftentimes throttled by various consensus mechanisms, Solana achieves high throughput without sacrificing network security. Visit Solana.com to learn more.
Well, like I said, Solana not only implements proof of history like we saw in the video, but these 8 core components to create their blockchain. The second one is the Tower BFT, which is a proof of history optimized version of PBFT. To understand what PBFT is, another consensus algorithm, which means practical Byzantine fault tolerance, which is an excellent consensus algorithm for enterprise consortiums where members are partially trusted. I am not going into deep in this, but to understand a little bit about the Tower BFT, which is the Solana's high performance implementation of PFPT, the another consensus that I mentioned. And the Tower BFT leveraged Solana's proof of history as a clock before the consensus to reduce messaging overhead and latency. And this is part of the improvement on the scalability issue. Solana also implements a derivation of PBFT, but with one fundamental difference. Proof of history provides a global source of time before consensus. Our implementation of PBFT uses the proof of history, but as the network clock of time, and the exponentially increasing timeout that replicas use in PFT can be computed and enforced in the proof of history itself. This could be a little bit confused, but anyways, they are using proof of history as a clock, and with that hash, which they use the SHE256, they can improve the velocity on the scalability on the transactions, and that will manage better all the scalability issue. The third thing that they implemented is the turbine, and with this I will finish this explanation. I will not go to everything because it's very technical and maybe you are not so interested in that, but I will put the links for this if you want to go in deep. The scalability issue trilemma in blockchain technology is all about bandwidth. In most blockchain networks today, given a fixed amount of bandwidth per node, increasing the node count will increase the amount of time necessary to propagate all the data to all nodes. That's a big problem. Turbine borrows heavily from BitTorrent. Also, a few major technical details differentiated the two. Turbine is optimized for streaming and transmits data using UDP only and implements a random path per packet through the network as leaders. Block producers stream their data. So basically they have the leader and the validators need to, they call them neighbors, and they need to validate each other. In turn, each validator retransmits the packet to a group of peers that we call neighborhood. You can visualize the network as a tree of neighborhood, allowing the network to grow well beyond 1,000 validators. And from there, each neighbor is responsible for transmitting a portion of its data to each neighbor below. And that way you create all the validators and neighbors that validate each other, and you create also a tree of validation here. I don't want to continue going deep. This is very technical. I will put the links in the description, but basically based on these 8 optimization components, is that right now the Solana blockchain is one of the fastest. Before we continue with the video, remember that I am doing an amazing giveaway. I will be giving half of a Bitcoin to one winner and 5 Ethereum to 5 different winners. If you want to participate, it's super easy, just a couple of clicks. Follow the link in the description. But remember that you need to be subscribed to the channel with the bell on to be considered. If you go to solanabeach.io, you can see a dashboard and a lot of information of all the validators that are running Solana nodes right now, the current TPS time, the total transaction, also circulating supply, active staking, and you also can check here the validators on demand, so in live, to maybe track some information of the Solana network. This is an image of the representation of the transaction flow through the network. Basically, these are the messages sent by the users that are processed here on the leader proof of history generator. And these are the ordered output sent to replicator nodes. And like we saw before with the turbine stuff, you can see here the validators here and verifiers. And these are the votes that confirm the state of the transaction that return to the proof of history. Regarding the team, Anatoly Yakovenko is the CEO of Solana. He has a very big background as a developer. He was a software engineer at Dropbox. Also at Mesosphere was a software engineer, but his main work was as a senior staff engineer manager in Qualcomm, and also was a co-founder of another lesser company. Main of the core of the technical team comes from Qualcomm, which is a Fortune 500 chip manufacturer, where they manage projects such as Firefox, EOS, and the Brew operating system. So all the team and the CEO of the project are very technical skilled. So that's a very good guarantee on this. Also checking the repository of the project. They are very, very active. The main project is here on this repository of Solana. They have already 57 branches to work over the project, 274 tags. They have a lot of issues here, but I have been tracking this, and they have been solving a lot of the issues. So this is very important. You have 2,000 closed issues already and 400 open, but they are continuing working on the project. The other repositories that we have here is referring for more components that are related to the main project, but the team works a lot. They have been updating continuously. In terms of partners on the ecosystem, Solana has been growing a lot. You can see here in solana.com/ecosystem, they have 126 projects, and you can filter them by the type of projects or partnership. You have the exchanges where Solana is already have been trading stable coins. Stable coins that are partnered also with Solana and are running on Solana blockchain. Applications that are already built over Solana. Audius is one of the most popular ones, which has been in a very big hype from the NFT stuff. You can see here another projects or partnerships of Solana. Also, Solana is known for the support of 50,000 transactions per second without any sharding and the many innovations that are created on it. Solana has been made immense progress towards interoperability and is already connected to the Ethereum ecosystem. For example, Warhol Bridge allows users to transfer value between Ethereum and Solana, turning ERC20 tokens into Solana corresponding SPL standard. That said, we figure it would be a great time to find out how the Dapps and DeFi ecosystem for Solana are getting along. We can see here also in a better order our Solana partnerships on our ecosystem, from wallets, exchanges, DeFi projects already running over Solana, applications, Block and Explorer's dashboard, infrastructure and others, and validators that are running nodes on Solana. Also, one thing that is good for Solana is that you don't need to have too much Solana to be a validator or run a node, and that's also great. In terms of the community, the Twitter is always updated. They have almost 200,000 followers, which is a very good number for being in position 14 right now. They have been announcing always the stuff here, like the liquidity stacking economy and gaining attention over the last hours. So they post everything on the social media. And going into news of Solana, while Tether tokens go live on Ethereum competitor Solana blockchain, already Tether is integrated with the Solana blockchain. Also, this was from March, Solana DeFi Hackathon winners focus on decentralized exchange order books interoperability. This is one of the most new stuff that OKX and Mexican to invest 40 million in Solana-based projects in DeFi arms race. The funds will pay developers and projects building on the Solana ecosystem. And there's a lot of news that companies or money entering into Solana projects. Going into more news, the Sol price rises as airdrop attract new users to the network. So the Sol price has rallied more than 50% this month, in the month of April, as new projects conduct airdrops on the Solana blockchain and high Ethereum fees push investors to seek cheaper alternatives. So like many of the other blockchains projects that I have been reviewing, the last one was Harmony. If you didn't saw that video, you can check it here. A lot of these platform companies are getting steam right now because Ethereum 0.2 will not be sooner, and the fees on Ethereum each time more expensive. That's why also Binance Smart Chain has been winning a lot of traction, and the projects too. So all these blockchain platforms are getting competitors out of Ethereum and getting clients from Ethereum. That's why many of them has the bridges to transform the tokens from Ethereum into their own blockchains. Solana dashboard step finance raised 2 million from Alameda Research and 3 commas. Another news from investors putting money into Solana blockchain. DeFi Tracker step finance raises 2 million from Solana ecosystem investors. More money entering into Solana blockchain. And Solana hits new heights as Dapps, DeFi and stablecoins join to the network. This is also beyond Tether and other projects have been operating into the ecosystem of Solana. And you can check here more information about applications and DeFi ecosystem. This is similar to the other screen that I show. Solana back Bitcoin sell-off. Upstart blockchain challenge Ethereum on speed fees. Solana Sol tokens have jumped 17-fold in price this year for a market capitalization over 8 billion. Right now it's around 11 billion. The altcoins hit a new all-time high. This was the last day that Bitcoin went low, but Solana maintained their position and right now continues 14 in the rank. And Ethereum SRM hits a new all-time high as Solana adoption gains traction. SRM price hit a new high as low fees and lightning quick transaction speed continue to attract new users to Solana ecosystem. So, summary in everything, I think Solana is one of the biggest blockchain platforms right now. I think still have a lot of potential to grow. Right now we already having this exponential run. Maybe we could see a retracement on the price. So I will start looking to Sol. I don't know any Solana right now, but I am looking to enter a position, but I am waiting a retracement right now. So that's it all for this video. The Solana project has been continue getting traction on the cryptocurrency space. Please, before we leave, like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get a notification. And don't forget to join into the giveaway. I will be giving half of a Bitcoin to one winner and 5 Ethereum to 5 different winners. Without anything else, I see you in the next video. Bye.